For this episode of NBL Now, we're catching up with the exciting next star, Malique Lewis, who's nothing but smiles after a week or so of preseason. Took a while to track you down. It's nice for you to give us some of your time, Malique. How you feeling?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Anytime, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. We've been, going through preseason, but like it's our third week. Um, yeah, every week just getting better and better, just getting everything more fluent. The team just bonding a little bit more. Bunch of new guys, everyone just coming in and making one. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I think everyone else is feeling good, and we're all ready to get started.
You're coming back for your second year under Josh King, second year of the Phoenix, second year as a next star. Looking at right now where you're at, going back to last year of this time, what's changed? Is it mentally? Is it physically? Is it a bit of everything?
I think it's a bit of everything. Mentally, I know I had a lot to work on. I'm still working on it, piece by piece, step by step. Physically, I'm getting there, trying to get my body right. I think there's a lot of things that was lingering from the past season that, I gotta start being disciplined and being a professional and work on. And yeah, that's about it.
We've seen a lot of success with the Next Stars program with the 2-year stints of just that. What you're saying is understanding how to be a professional, working on your body, adjusting to the NBL, which is one thing as well. And then you really in the second year take a massive stride forward. What are the conversations you've had with Josh King and the expectations then for this season?
I think from last year, it was a bit of kind of like I was holding myself back. It was never Josh putting me on restrictions for anything, It was just me, not being as confident. So, nothing's changed, just go out there, be yourself, play your ass off, and, let everything translate.
Is there part of you when you sit back and we know what your goal is to be in the NBA and you're on that path to get there and you see guys, I mentioned the 2-year pro, Rocco Zakarsky, Alex Tui, get to now live that dream where you're thinking, okay, I'm going to continue to put in the work here and then next year, that's going to be me and it's pretty exciting.
I mean, yeah, not just them, like the guys in my agency that, that got drafted, you see it and then, they text you, they tell you how training camp is, how the feeling is, and you're like, yeah, I wanna be like that. I wanna feel like I wanna walk up on the stage, shake hands, I wanna put the hat on, all of the extra stuff, So yeah, it's just seeing it, believing in it, and going out there and doing it.
What was one thing you look back on your first season in the NBL that you're really proud of? Because you came in and made a really big impact when Josh King took over and you got that starting spot, held that down, defensively getting out in transition. You really put yourself on the map in front of Phoenix fans and NBL fans, and we're expecting that to go to another level. But if you look at one aspect in particular for NBL25, what stood out?
I'll say if it's something in specific, it'll be my defense, I think I've guarded arguably the best players on each team and have held my own a couple of times. Sometimes they got the best of me. But yeah, it would just be showing that I can go out there and compete and not having to be questioned, not having to be like, can we put him out there? No, we can put him out there. He can contribute and he can make plays for the team.
What do you love about the challenge defensively like that? Because there's some unbelievable players in this league, unbelievable players on your team that you'd be going against every single day. You've got another chance because this is probably the biggest offseason in NBL history with some big key names, some big targets. It seems like you can't wait for that challenge.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think I take pride in defense. I don't like getting scored on too much. I can score how many points, but if I get scored on too much, I'll probably be pissed after the game. And that's something that was, kind of stuck with me since I was younger. I always played with grown men, and I would just be like, oh yeah, you gotta play defense. Whenever you get the ball, you get the ball. So it's like, it just naturally stuck with me to go out there, and guard whoever's in front of you to the best of your ability. And, just like some guys, that I just think that they're not supposed to score on me in that type of way. Not being cocky or anything, but it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it hurts me more for this guy or that guy to score, And yeah, I just take pride in defense. I think that's basically what sums it up.
Yeah, it's definitely not an arrogance thing on the defensive end. Offensively, when people say it, I can understand, but I think it's that mentality and that competitiveness, which you can help me pitch for it. I've been saying it last couple of years. We need an all NBL defensive team because there's some good defenders out there, and that's the kind of competition. One award just to recognizing one guy is okay. People always compete for that, but I think there's enough competition out there that we need that.
I think so too. I'll
Your
be
coach on
interested
it?
in it. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I need. How's the rehab going? I know you had a bit of a knee pain. You talked about being banged up a little bit last year. You feeling pretty good right now?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's just a slow process. I have good days, bad days. Um, but yeah, I think I'm going uphill.
This approach to this season is a longer preseason in terms of the blitz, and then there's a bit of a break. I know you have some preseason games before the regular season. Are you approaching this year differently than last year because you've already had the experience? Or is it kind of the same with just a few different adjustments?
I mean, I won't say I'm not approaching it the same way as last year. I'm just doing more, more aggressively. Just going out there and not waiting for things to come to me. Just, attack it head on. Go hunt shots, hunt guys on defense, and just let everything, flow.
The Phoenix fans get to see the kind of competitor you are on the floor, and you're an excitement machine. Obviously, when you get out on the break or when you're coming down the lane, what they probably don't get to see is we've done a few of these sit downs here, and you interrupt every single other interview that I've had. But everyone talks about the culture that you bring, the kind of character that you are off the court. Is that something that you take pride in?
I mean, that's just how I was brought up. Just well, you just try to be a nice guy. I don't want to go out there and be remembered as well, I don't know, excuse my language, an asshole or a fool or something. And I want to leave a mark and be like, all right, this guy, he lit the room up. He made everyone smile. He made everyone happy. So that's why I just come in practice and try to do that.
Is there a time you had to learn the balance of doing that maybe before practice starts or games, and then as soon as the coach blows the whistle, okay, I'm locked in for the next 2 hours. After that, I'll get back into because Josh King, he's an intense operator, but he also likes to have a bit of fun himself at times.
Yeah, Josh is the same way though. That's the thing. I know when he's serious and I know when I can like pull his strings a little bit. I think that's the relationship me and him we have. You can joke about some things and then when I know he's serious, I can lock in and be serious too.
The relationship that you already have with him and what we're expecting this year, once you get to the end of the season, hopefully achieve the goals you set out for yourself, do you feel like a lot of that is going to come from the relationship you have with your head coach?
I mean, it would be tough just to say him alone. I think everyone, even from the staff, from the guys upstairs, I think everyone plays a big role in my success.
The relationships on the court, obviously you spent some time at Eurocamp with Owen Foxwell.
Yeah,
Seeing his growth and seeing him now at the Asia Cup, it must be awesome to see.
man, I'm proud of him. You don't have to put this in the video. I'm not gonna tell him that, but yeah, I'm proud of my guy. He's been working hard, and he deserves everything that's coming to him.
We've seen a lot of new faces out here. He's still got to get back. John Brown's still got to be added to the squad while we're recording this. But what you've seen right now with the fresh faces coming in, the returning faces, what are you excited about this season on the call for the Phoenix?
I mean, just playing. I think everyone is just as excited as I am. To get out there and just bond with each other and win games.
I want you to finish this question for me.
Right.
After NBL26, I'll be happy
If I'll be happy when I get drafted after this year.
it's something that it's probably hard as a younger athlete to not focus too much on because that is your goal. That's part of the Next Stars program. It's had so much success, and we see the draft boards continue to come out. Are you someone that is not going to pay attention to that, or are you the one understanding, you know what, that comes with the path that I'm on. I'm just going to accept that, and it's not going to change how I approach every day, so it doesn't matter.
Not yet. It's kind of like if I lock in here and focus here, it'll only be better for me going forward. If I'm focusing on I didn't do this and that's what they want to see, or I didn't do good that game and then I'm worried about my stock and stuff. I think that kind of mentally it messes you up. So if I focus here and practice and getting my body right and eating right and sleeping right and doing everything right, it'll translate and it'll help me perform better. And performing better will help me get drafted and stay in the NBA.
It's perfectly said. No, it's something I think like a lot of people on this journey are excited to see where you can go with it. Touching on the Eurocamp quickly, what was that experience like? Because it's a unique environment, obviously, but it looked like you had a lot of fun.
No, we did, apart from the final game. But yeah, it was fun. It was kind of weird though, being one of the older guys on the team. That was I don't know. It's been a while since I was like, I was looked upon to be like, to make decisions, to be the leader. No, I mean, not necessarily make decisions because I do that in practice and in the game, but it's like, you know, I'm the guy that's dictating the game, and coach, he implied that he says this week, I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to force you to get better. And I'm here for it. He didn't have to force me. That was like a mutual decision. No, you're willing to help me. I'm willing to learn. And yeah, that was it. I had a lot of fun with Liam and all of them. The guys, I think they had fun too. Just too bad we couldn't win the tournament.
It was a lot of fun to follow, and again, I'm sure it was a unique experience, and we don't have we can cut that part out about the final, so don't worry about that. The preseason being around the corner now with the blitz, and you continuing to ramp up the rehab. When you sit down with Josh King ahead of NBL26, what's the one thing that he wants to see from you to take that leap this year?
He said you just have to be in defensive player of the year conversations. I think that's where, that's what fuels me. When I'm locking up, I'm shooting the ball right, I'm attacking closeouts, I'm rebounding, I'm pushing the ball. But it all starts on this end of the court. I'm guarding the guy in front of me, and that gives me confidence to do everything else. So he tells me, just go out there, be yourself. You know what you can do. You show what you can do. Just go out there and do it.
Last question: when I look back at your journey from where you've come from, everything that you've achieved, and the goals you have for yourself, is this where you? And I can see the smiles and all the fun that you're having out there right now, being around these people. Is this where you can really take a step back and say, you know what, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be at the age I'm at, the part of my career I'm at. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be to get to the next level.
Yeah, I don't think I took a wrong step in any decision that I made. I'm happy to be here. I think this would help me a lot competing against professionals, and yeah, I don't regret making any decision like coming back or anything. I just thought I wasn't ready to stand the drive, and another year would never hurt. It would just make me better, make me more prepared, and yeah.
It's an incredibly mature answer for that because again, I know you don't make these decisions alone. You're talking to everybody, but then it comes in with a fresh mindset, clearly, and a fresh focus of okay, if I wasn't ready that year, I'm going to make sure the next year, but I'm more than ready, and then it's going to be up there. I'm going to be shaking hands.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's the moment. That's the moment. That's what keeps me going. Just walking up on this stage, just that whole the whole scenario is just it's I don't know how to explain it. When I'm in the moment and I'm feeling it, it'll come out. But right now it's just hard to explain.
Malik, thanks for catching up, man. We're all excited on this journey, and we can't wait to see what unfolds next year at the
That's
draft.
great.
You got a big
Sure.
season ahead, so
Thanks
good luck.
for having me. Thank you.